The Mecha BREAK devs recently hit us with the most brutally honest development update I think I have ever seen. They're apologizing for broken promises, canceling the massive Break Edition overhaul, and admitting the team is smaller than ever, but weirdly enough, this might be the best thing to happen to the game. Hey, I'm Bite Knight. Hope you're having a good one. Let's talk about the new ground crew and why Season 4 is actually a massive pivot in the right direction. So, for context, what happened? The Break edition of the game was announced back in November of 2025 with promises of a PS5 release, a massive overhaul based on survey feedback, and more communication going forward. As of April 2026, the Break edition has been cancelled. And in my opinion, something better has taken its place. According to the dev note, a small group of devs stayed behind after the project faced internal upheavals, and each of the devs are wearing multiple hats now. This team has been active since March and explains why since then we have been getting some actual change to mechanics of the game following the radio silence since the Break Edition announcement. Basically, the ground crew is a passionate group of devs who first and foremost care deeply about making this game amazing for those of us who have stuck around. They admit the previous vision of a global high DAU hit, DAU means daily active user for those of us who don't speak corporate jargon, was unrealistic and self-indulgent. There are aspects of the game that have simply not met the criteria of what competitive PvP enjoyers expect since release. The failure to rectify the needed changes quickly enough has left us with a player base that mostly stays for the core of the gameplay. But now there's a pivot. They are stopping the chase for a perfect version of the game and focusing on making the current version of the game more fun. This to me is fantastic because the core feel and gameplay is unrivaled in the multiplayer mecha genre. With the updates coming that I'm about to show you not being considered an overhaul of the game, it's likely the Break Edition would have lost the plot in what makes the core game so great. So, let's get into the Season 4 and 5 roadmap and see what changes are coming and why this game still has hope. Season 4 Rising Embers, launching May 26th. There's a new PvE solo challenge mode, a roguelike tower climb experience where you fight through waves of grunts, elites, and bosses. Loot drops include mods, modular weapons, and gliders. Unlike random combat buffs and supply drops as you progress, this includes dedicated tier leaderboards and speedrun boards. As for the modular weapon upgrade system, this introduces enhancement levels for weapons, allowing players to consume duplicate weapons and credits to level up specific gear. Higher levels increase combat effectiveness for high tier scenarios. As for progression, we got some perfect grade mods, which are orange, a new rarity tier above gold. They feature one additional positive stat compared to gold mods, and they're designed for build synergy. But they explain that gold mods with high tier roles can still remain competitive in your builds. And then there's the fact that mission tokens and other season to season resources will no longer be wiped at the end of the season. Thank you, CSON, for this. This is such a massive thing. I've seen so many people complain about coming back and not having any progression towards getting a new striker, and they would just up and leave because, if you come back to a game and you expect to be close enough to get that new striker and it's just gone, I'd probably put the game to and uninstall. And now there's going to be a shift to a standard 8-week season cycle with content updates arriving every 2 weeks. The Matrix Contract Battle Pass 2.0 is what they're calling it, is going to add Corite premium currency to the purchase bonuses and reward track of the contract and Battle Pass. You're going to be able to buy stuff within the market with red tokens. And with the recent price lowering of premium currency, this is huge. Shop accessibility. They're removing the Battle Pass progression token gates for purchases. There's going to be a return of past striker designs and seasonal cosmetics that will stay in the shop permanently, so no more FOMO. It's going to be custom striker spotlights. Strikers will rotate through discounted price windows, so I don't know if that means for red tokens or like they're talking about the Ace Pilot skins, but we'll have to see. Either way, sounds super great. Exclusive bonus effects. All custom strikers will receive new retroactive bonus effects. And last but not least for Season 4, we're getting PvP and matchmaking adjustments. For 6v6 ranked, solos match only against solos. Duos and trios match only against other groups. 6 stacks are completely removed from the rank pool. 3v3 ranked, solos match only against solos. 3 stacks match only against 3 stacks. Duos are no longer permitted in the queue for 3v3 ranked. And then for casual mode, all party size restrictions have been removed. Alright, so overall for Season 4, super promising. And it's right around the corner, basically, coming May 26th. At the time of recording this video, it's about a month. And considering that this team was just established in March, really quick turnaround, especially for a whole new PvE mode. That's if they only have been working on it since March. Either way, pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. I'm definitely going to be hitting up my buddies, and I'm going to be running this. Season 5, estimated to release July 21st. There's going to be an ultimate ability system added to the game, and will be tested through a new game lab program prior to full launch. So it sounds like they're starting up a test server of sorts. We'll see how that goes and see if, I mean, admittedly, this seems like a really good step in actually listening to player feedback and making sure things aren't broken whenever they release, especially something like Ultimates. And I'm low-key hoping that Ultimates are only for PvE, because I personally really like that there's no Ultimates in the PvP. It's already a really high skill ceiling game. We don't really need an Ultimate economy to make things more interesting in the PvP. So maybe they could have it for casuals, but yeah, I think we're good there. Then they're going to be adding matchmaking to the PvE co-op mode Tower Climb, and this also will include introduction of new themes, new floors, and refreshed content for the PvE mode. There will be ongoing balancing and refinements to the mod system as well. And before Season 4 even begins, there's the promise of the Falcon Custom getting a complete visual effects overhaul. Apparently people have complained that Fevre, if that's how you say that name, I'm not French, will get a full rework of the face model based on community feedback. So really cool, all this stuff coming. I mean, we're just getting into it. I mean, personally, I feel like there's a lot of hope just based off this and such a quick turnaround. I mean, we got a roadmap. We've been asking for a roadmap for the longest time, and obviously they're listening because we got it. So now that we got that out of the way, I want to get into why I actually think smaller is better. So, a massive team needs massive profits and aggressive monetization. A small team can survive on a dedicated core community. It doesn't have to worry about reaching overly ambitious quotas pushed by shareholders. With fewer suits in the room, this means the devs can prioritize what pilots want, not what the shareholders think will trend. There's creative freedom now with how the ground crew moves forward in creating the PvE experience and the PvP experience. So, in the meantime, while the devs are cooking, how do you enjoy the game? I suggest to just stop waiting for it to be the next big thing and enjoy it for the one-of-a-kind, high-speed, free-to-play multiplayer mecha brawler it is. Get good and climb the many different leaderboards to flex on newcomers. Check out the PvE content when it drops in May, and play it some more with friends in June. Last but not least, we all know games like these are more fun with friends, and if you're short on those, stay tuned. It's not about player counts right now. It's about the new ground crew earning back trust through consistent 2-week updates. Instead of a one big perfect update, we're looking at a No Man's Sky style slow gain of trust. Devs not making promises but putting their heads down and delivering slowly but surely what we all want, a quality game that delivers the mecha fantasy we can experience seamlessly with friends. In reality, yeah, the game is on life support, but seemingly the cancer holding the game back has been cut out. The ground crew is taking their first steps in healing the game. Time will tell if these steps will turn into a stride or a fall. And let's give credit where credit is due. Despite the turmoil the dev studio has likely been going through, they have slipped in many things we have asked for. So, the fact is, if they can nail the PvE loop, the game becomes a forever game, regardless of how many people are in queue. Likely following this will be the much needed rank consolidation, leading to preferably no bots and ranked matchmaking. With the chains of a make it or break it update being broken, the game can naturally evolve into something we all hope for, without the risk of the plug being pulled on the servers. The consensus from others within the community and myself is, we'll be in the cockpit as long as there are servers running. The official Discord is active and lobbies pop up in there in the evenings. There's also a new Discord that was created by the king of slot maxing himself, Seizurific. This is where other Mecha BREAK content creators, fans of the game, and I rally to share content and hang out to play the game. From these Discords, you can usually find your way to other community Discords that focus on the game. Not to mention, every first Saturday of the month, there are tourneys held where teams from around the world compete. Details for that are also in the description. So, are you sticking around or jumping back in to witness this game begin its rise from the embers on May 26th? Or did the cancellation of the Break Edition make you lose hope? Let me know down below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you want to watch more, subscribe. And I'll see you in the skies.